Hey guys, I am here in the middle of the final workout of month 2 because tomorrow, schedule-wise, rest day, and then the final challenge of month 2, which is the 4 score challenge. I'm looking forward to that one. That one ties in very nicely with what we have been working on thus far in the program. So recap, month 2. Things I've learned: don't be overwhelmed by the workout on paper. There's a lot on paper. It goes quicker than I thought it would, because if you remember at the beginning of the month, it was like, I don't really want to do all that, and to be honest, I don't. Like, lately I get down here, I do what I gotta do, but I'm not attacking it with much gusto. But recap what the workouts look like. You're gonna have 4 lifting workouts a week. You'll do 2 days on, 1 rest day, and then 2 days again of lifting. And those 2 days are split between upper, and I'm probably getting these backwards, upper push, lower, maybe anterior, and then you'll flip-flop the next day to be upper pull, lower posterior chain workout. And every lifting workout goes as follows. Primer, heavy lift. Within that heavy lift, you have 3 sets. You've got your touch-up set, which is really quick, and it's a minimal increase in your working weight. You have your working weight, which is your 3x5s, and then you have your aftershock, which is cutting that weight by a percentage and speeding things up. Be mindful, I did not catch this one week. With each week, that percentage for the aftershock set increases by 5%. And you'll then do a primer and do that again for the lower body. After that, there's 2 more components to a lifting workout. You have, they're called triple doubles, which is basically 2 circuits of 3 exercises, and you have to set the timer for 10 minutes, and you make it through however many rounds as possible as you can in those 10 minutes. You utilize they're separated 3 and 3. In the first 3, you'll use the exact same weight or body weight if you drop the weight completely. And then in the next set of 3, you'll use the same weight throughout those exercises. It traditionally starts off with the more difficult exercise, and then as you make your way through those 3 exercises, the number of reps increases. Then the last component it continues to be those iron will drills. I don't know if he still refers to them as iron will drills, which have changed slightly in that there's an extra minute added on, 4 minutes, and there's usually a rep requirement or goal that you are trying to reach in those 4 minutes. I believe I said this before. They're labeled 1A, 2A, the workouts. The only real thing I could see in regards to the similarities was that you're just going back to the same primer. Originally I thought you were redoing the same iron will drill, but those have even changed. So my final thoughts, or my thoughts on month 2. Relatively enjoyed it. Here's and it, like I said, it flows a lot nicer than you would think when you look at it on paper. The triple doubles, here's things that could have been switched or changed, and I probably would have enjoyed this month a little bit more. The triple double component changes every single workout, and what I mean by that is every time you attack that component, the exercises change. You will never repeat the same triple double. That gets a little tiring when it's constantly new exercises. I like a little bit of routine and repeats so that the second time around, you're usually got a better feel for the exercise. it just flows better. So it just adds a level of difficulty to me trying to remember how to do some of the exercises. Watching walkthrough videos, familiarizing yourself with things that you've never seen or you haven't seen in a while. So I wish that those would have repeated. Second thing, the iron will drills. Again, they've changed, and they've changed so much that I'm kind of like, I get it. It's kind of like a finisher, and mentally you're supposed to work your way through it. Month 1 iron will drills, especially the dead man hang, the holding wall squats for a specified amount of time. I believe it's 3 minutes. I found that so much more beneficial that I don't know if it would have flip-flopped, like if we would have started with the rep requirements as your iron will drills and then slowly worked your way up to more of those holds, or even just continuing to work towards those holds. Maybe started off with not 3 minutes, but started off with like 1.5 minutes and worked our way up to something, holding them longer. I feel like sticking with that and then continuing to build on that, I just would have found that more beneficial in my opinion. Also, now it alternates. Sometimes that triple double comes first and then the iron will drill, or like today the iron will drill will come first and then the triple double. If the iron will drill is an upper body component, the triple double will be lower body, and then that flip-flops. I believe like yesterday the triple double was upper body and the iron will drill was lower body. So two things I liked about month 2, if you are not looking to be in the gym for an hour to an hour and a half, you want less, get in, get out quickly in half an hour, these can be split. So you could do your upper one day, lower the next day. There's always ways to finagle the schedule to make it fit your life. So, catching my breath. Now, I will say month 3 has opened up. I believe it opened up relatively soon after I got into month 2, maybe week 1, week 2, and then and then towards the end here, I want to say last week, maybe month 4 has opened up as well. I've briefly looked, because honestly, it's been one day at a time this go around. Month 3 is 3 lifting days split with push, pull, legs. And then we come back to the, just realized something I forgot about month 2, but I'll finish. We come back to like month 1, those, I believe he called them combine days. You had the speed work one day and jump training the other day. Those look to be coming back in month 3. You have another day it's speed work, another day it's jumping work. Looking at those days, I'm probably going to continue to stick with doing my own thing, especially the speed days. Speed days are a lot of sprinting, laying on your back, jumping up, sprinting, just different variations of a sprint. And the thing is, sprinting, I don't have, besides a treadmill, which even some of the sprints he calls for are not going to work on a treadmill, and it's January and we're covered in snow here. So jump training would be possible, but I'm finding that I'm just not the biggest fan of Jeff's burst training, cardio training. I'm getting a lot more, I feel like, out of incorporating Insanity or T25 or my own variations and equipment. And I apologize, back on to month 2, because as I said, there's 4 lifting days, but it's a 5-day workout schedule. Day 5 is that pro preparation day, minimal cardio, half-mile jog, and then there's a circuit that is usually, I believe I explained this earlier, so I can't remember the exact number. That might be like 5. A circuit of 5 exercises that would be corrective, stability, and balance exercises, which I enjoyed. Again, I said this and I'll say it again, I would reuse those circuits from the pro preparation days and probably sub them into some other programs, especially Beast. But that is in regards to month 3, that's about as far as I've gotten at looking at that calendar, that schedule. Month 4, I briefly recall, I know it's, again, you're doing the total body workouts. That's about as far as I've got looking at month 4. That's way in the future. Hey everybody, just wrapped up month 2 of All American Muscle with the 4 score challenge. So challenge breakdown. 2 complexes, 4 minutes apiece. There is a pretty decent rest between those 2. And 4 moves in each complex. They're dumbbell complexes. So for 4 minutes, it's as many rounds as possible. Truth be told, I did not count. If you've been watching my channel, you know, me and counting, I lose count. So my focus was just to keep moving for those 4 minutes and to practice the best form I could. One move is new to the whole weightlifting. I might have seen it in Core 4, but it's march, overhead march. So you're holding those dumbbells up. Of course, as always, he gives you the percentage of what your dumbbells should be. I minimize that just a little bit, truthfully, because my 20-pound dumbbells are solid dumbbells that I own in comparison to the adjustables. The adjustables, I tried it before. They're a little big and bulky for a complex that you want to move smoothly, especially one with cleans and front squats, when you want the dumbbells to kind of rest on your shoulders. So not too tiring, truthfully. I enjoyed it. I think I mentioned this earlier in the video that they are components, the whole as many rounds as possible components that we've been working on, but not severely taxing. Granted, I wasn't racing, and truth be told, before I did this, kids are in school, so I did a 3-mile jog outside, then hiked with the dog through the snow for 4 miles, ate, rested up a bit, and then came down here and tackled this, knowing that, 2 4-minute complexes, not bad. And based on the way the schedule looks, there's no rest day. Tomorrow you're supposed to start with month 3. The other 2 things, as I was going back over the video, editing the video, the one thing you'll see me doing is dumbbell press. My barbell bench press weight has increased, but I was noticing it was starting to mess with my shoulder. So, true fashion, went back to Athlean-X YouTube, watched a video, and decided take it back down to the floor and do the dumbbell bench with as heavy as I could get up there. And then the other thing, one day, I believe at some point in these last couple of weeks, I split up the workout, did an upper one day, lower the next day, and the lower workout day, I decided to start that workout with I believe it's called the Goal Line Showdown, something along those lines. And it is actually a burst training workout from Athlean-X. I really enjoyed that one. I remember when I did it. It's 4 moves, and you start with 1 move for, don't quote me on the time, but you'll start with the first move, bench jumps, I believe, or jump ups, and then that'll go for, say, 20 seconds. Then you break, Now 30 seconds, you add a second move. Then the time goes up, you add a third move, and then by the fourth time, you're doing 4 moves, kind of like a complex, a 4-move complex. And pretty basic, but still one of his burst training workouts that I quite enjoyed, and minimal equipment. So I will say in AX2 there were definitely some nice burst training workouts thrown in there that I utilize from time to time. But that's all for month 2. See ya in month 3 for pull, push, leg splits with those burst training days worked in. We'll see what happens there. But I hope everybody is safe and warm and enjoying the great outdoors when you can, because let me tell you, I notoriously have always said I am not a fan of winter. It bums me out. This would be the first year that both my kids at some point are in school all day long, and every time that I can be out there, especially when the sun's shining, the big guy and I go for a long hike, and afterwards it is just, I feel 1,000 times just lighter and better. And luckily I do have the Labrador who he's ready to go. And even on days that I don't necessarily want to, the enjoyment he gets out of them gets me outside. And every time afterwards, I just feel a million times better. So when you can get outside, get some sun, get some vitamin D, do so. See you in month 3.